Welcome back, Last Quest Barbecue Show, or should I say for this episode, buongiorno. We're doing a bit of an Italian, it's called an Asada's pasta. We're gonna do something different. We're gonna do cast iron pasta. So what's the secret to this? Well, of course, we've got pasta, but we're not going to boil it. We're gonna cook it in the pan in a tomatoey broth. And we're gonna be using this most amazing Divella, which is a fabulous brand, straight from Italy. Thank you very much, Emilio Bernardo, for giving me this. You're my good friend, and I'm gonna try this in this recipe. So we make a broth, we cook the pasta, it absorbs the super flavors. We're actually gonna put it on the Yoder to cook it up, and then we're gonna finish it on the Crown Verity in the cast iron. And I know what you're thinking, cast iron, tomato sauce usually don't go well together, but really most of this happens in the Ensemble pot, stainless steel. Thank you all, Barbecue Canada. We're also gonna have some Carne Asada. What am I doing? Mixing Italian and seasonings. We're mixing it up here. All right, thanks to everybody following me on Insta and TikTok. Thanks for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, smash that subscribe button and hit the alerts so you get an alert each and every Friday for a new episode. Let's get started. All right, here we go. So first of all, I'm gonna chop up a bit of onion. I'm gonna make this sauce, and we're gonna put in some garlic. So let's get that all chopped up and prepped. Not a lot of prepping in this pasta. Really, it's a bit of technique more than it is anything else. And so let's get this sliced up fine. I love cooking this outside. Of course, you could do this inside, on the stove. In fact, I've done it once on the stove. Works out, of course, just fine, but everything tastes better cooked outside. And I don't cry as much with the onions. So that's a big bonus. All right. We'll add that into our ensemble pot. And then we're going to throw in some garlic. We're going to do the garlic the Roman way. What's the Roman way? Well, you'll see. The Roman way is also a super easy way. And I'm just going to throw it in, comme ça. I'm not going to chop it up. I'm just going to let it do its work as aromatics. Super easy, right? Nice big pieces of garlic, very garlicky, obviously. All right, so there we go. So what have we done? We've thrown garlic and onions in the pot. Now we're gonna add in some of this amazing passata. Now you can also, if you'd like, use some tomatoes and crush them up in your hands. This is a 680 grams. I'm gonna use about half. There we go. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna use the whole bottle. All right, I'm gonna use the whole bottle and make a lot of sauce because it's gonna make a lot of delicious sauce, so that's fine. And so what you do is basically use the bottle, fill that bottle up with an equal amount of water. Keep it real simple. There we go. Because this is gonna reduce down, this broth is gonna reduce down. We're gonna put it over fire on the Yoder. All right, and let's add in salt and pepper. Some Italian seasonings, about a tablespoon and a half. And we're gonna top that up with some oregano. If there's fresh oregano, which is coming soon, that'd be good. Probably about a teaspoon of oregano. And just for the heck of it, I'm gonna put in some carne asada. That's gonna add a bit of heat in here, and then it's also gonna add a bit of heat when we got it going on. All right, let's give that a stir. And you want a lot of water in here because that is what is going to get absorbed by the dry pasta. Yeah, that's right. All right, that's good. Let's get this onto the Yoder. All right, I got the Yoder going at about 350. It's regular kind of default setting. Once again, here's our delicious broth to be, but I've removed the top rack and I've removed the open door part, and I'm gonna put this right over the fire, and we're gonna get both smoke and heat and let that get going, and that's gonna heat up our broth. We'll probably let that go for about half an hour. All right, so we got our Lodge pan on the Crown Verity. Step one, I'm gonna put in some of this Chuck Hughes olive oil. Why am I using Chuck Hughes? Shout out to Chef Chuck, Iron Chef winner, one of the only Iron Chef winners from Canada, beat Bobby Flay. This is an amazing chef, and he's got a great product line, so check it out. So first of all, we're gonna put lots of olive oil in the pan. Don't have to wait for that to heat up. There we go. And then we're going to put in some of this carne asada. You can use chili flakes if you want, but thanks to All Barbecue Canada, I'm going to use carne asada because I like the flavor. That's going to cook up and get aromatic real quick, as you can see. And then we've got our tray of pasta. I've been shaking it around. I'm using spaghettini, nice little thinner. And I'm going to put it into our pan, our cast iron pan. And again, we can just move it around so it fits. It should all fit plus or minus. And you want to just bathe it in this olive oil and carne asada mixture. Using a whole box here because this makes such a delicious pasta. Takes a little bit of finagling to get this in here. As you can see, the pasta starts to melt. We want to cover it in this olive oil, move them around. So take your time. Very aromatic. I think we need a little bit more olive oil. You can see why I put so much in to begin with. Coat it all with the olive oil as much as you can. Let that set for a spell. Right now, don't want to let that burn. So right now, let's go get our tomato broth. Whoa, we're gonna do it this way. Woo-hoo. It's like having a GoPro. Of course, we're using Pitmaster's Choice pellets, adding a bit of smoke flavor. Let's see how we're doing. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Exactly what I was going for. Boiling nicely, got a smoky flavor. Perfect. Now, you're asking me, how on earth am I going to get that thing? It's racing hot. Well, this is where the Ensemble pots come in handy with the wonderful Ensemble handle. Check this out. There we go. Look at that. Love the Ensemble. A, super high quality pots, and B, this wonderful handle. All right, so let's close this. We've shut the Yoder down. Let's get this broth over to our pasta. Once again, we're going back. All right, now, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start little by little ladling on our pasta sauce. Super aromatic. You can see how the pasta starts to soften up already as it absorbs all those liquids from the tomato broth. I'm gonna let that sit there because I want some crispy stuff on the bottom. Once again, you typically don't do a lot of tomato broth, the acid from the tomato in the cast iron, but in this recipe, I think it's really perfect, so yeah. Yeah, look at that, yeah. Yeah, right on. Oh yeah, look at that crispness. Look at that, beautiful. Exactly what I'm going for. Now let's ladle in some more broth. The advantage of getting that cast iron pan super nice and hot is that it's ready to cook. What you want to do is you wait until all the sauce is dried up, and then another couple of minutes, longer than you ordinarily would, because again, I want that, you know. All right. The aroma is fantastic. Let's just finish it off here. Once again, thanks to my friends at Ensemble, amazing pot set. I'll let that cook for a while, soften up the pasta. All the pasta absorbs all those yummy flavors and aromatics. We'll be good to go. All right, it's been about 20 minutes. We are done like dinner. Now, if you like your pasta a little al dente as I do, it's ready. You just kind of taste it as it goes along. It'll continue to absorb all that sauce. So I used, basically one of these boxes, 450 grams or whatever it is of pasta, a whole bottle of passata, double that bottle, and it is just delicious. So check that out. The tomato sauce is just infused into the pasta. All right, let's go give it a try. Again, microphone's crapped out on me. All right, so here we are, just taking the pasta out. I could have done that a bit fancy with the fork kind of thing. I look like a chef or something, but I'm not a real chef. So anyway, I do like my pasta fairly al dente, so I didn't let it sit too long. A little bit of parm on there, a little bit of delicious parm. Now I'm going to reach, what am I going to have here? Oh, a bit of salt. That stupid Kirkland salt shaker. I got to get that off the set. And I'm enjoying it with some Ontario wine from 13th Street. So real mix up here. Italian, I got Greek olive oil from Chuck, and I got Ontario red wine. Anyway, it all comes together. Got the Mexican Carne Asada. Listen, I make it up as I go along sometimes, but tasting this pasta, it's fantastic pasta. This is me. I love pasta. I could have it like every day of the week, and this is really a unique flavor, and it's really delicious. So just make this pasta. It's really